Good morning, folks. It's 7:05, and we're still alive. Um, yuck, yuck. 7:05 a.m., October 29th, 2016. I don't even know what day it is. Saturday? Yes, Saturday. I had to turn the laptop on to get this information. To get the date right. In 2013, March 27th, 2013, I believe is when it was. There was an incident in Germany, and there was a get this turned, put that down. There was something crazy that happened. A lot of people said it was fake. A lot of people said that sirens and the clothing for the people in the rescue squad, whatever, didn't look like that. Blah blah blah. Some of these videos have a real high amount of dislikes in it. As you become stronger and you learn how to not just awaken, but then develop your abilities, and that's what this is all about. One of the first things I can tell you, as you go to open up your mind and to see things, the first thing you have to do is and I'm not the first one to say this, you have to release any attachment to what you're looking for. You have to look with an open mind, open heart. You have to have honor with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay? I don't allow comments on my videos. That really frustrates a lot of people that want to bitch and complain. Screw them. Screw them to hell, if there was one. Actually, the only hell there is being in a body. They just want their platform open to bitch and try and ruin something that they can't do for themselves. One of the stickers on my truck says, those people who are complaining something can't be done need to shut up and leave alone the people that are actually doing it. The wording's a little bit different, but that's basically what it says. Moral of that story is, if you can't do something and someone's doing it, just shut the hell up and let them do it. When you go to a library and there's people reading books, do you ever see someone just get up and say, "This is a bunch of bullshit," blah, 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 and they run out of there? No. One reason is most of the people in the library, there's some idiots there, but most of the people going to a library are intelligent people who see truth. Okay? Maybe they want to relax with a book or something, but you don't have many screaming idiots in a library. Usually people go there for information. You can put yourself through college, get all the same information in a library. My books, The Creation, it's a series, it's only 2 books. I didn't have time to write other ones, but the last book was like 5 books in one, so it's 412 pages. I had a time issue there, like not enough. But anyway, when people want to learn, with my books, they've been released to the libraries. All my stuff has everything. Whenever they want it, they can have it. That's imperative. It's your information. Anyway, those people screaming and everything, they can't wake up. They have no faith in themselves being able to become awake. You know, they're people like that are the ones that are going to harass you and try to keep you from waking up. Whether they want stuff to be about themselves, whether they feel so inferior because someone else is doing something they can't, or they can't understand it. Some people, if they can't get 2 hands and 2 fingers and put them in each other's ear, if they can't do that, they go nuts. Folks, there's all kinds of stuff out there. Take a nice deep breath. Set these idiots aside. If someone can't do something, that's fine. If they're against it, that's fine. If they start going crazy trying to stop it, they're going to get hammered. Trust me. Or don't trust me. Watch. That's better. By watching and learning, you develop your own trust. Told you this ain't stopping. Nothing can stop me. Nothing. And why? Because I do this for you. That's what this whole video thing is about. I see things, know things, do things, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's other people that are coming alive all over the place, and they're getting stronger, okay? The folks on the spiritualfoundation.com contact page, consult page, excuse me, they're strong, they're powerful, and I've looked at all of them, and they're all family members, they're all source. Every one of them on there is source, and there's more coming in their source. That's no better than nothing else, but it's stronger. What is source anyway? Source is, excuse me, when it first being just came into being by a total of 5 different energy fields coming together, and unfortunately a little too much heavy particulate matter. It became sentient and grew, and that was the original first being, what everybody was calling God after it became male and female. It separated, it won a company, so it separated itself into male and female. Without going through the whole story, as a matter of fact, if you want my 2 books, Creation Series, it's got a nice picture of, got stuff all over the place. Man, this place is such a mess. I'm going to stop doing videos for a while soon, so I can get this other stuff done. Creation, it's beginning your origin, okay? And then there's creation, it's journey evolving into paradise. And that's the same thing, but it's, well, it's the same thing, but it's purple. Purple background. Whatever they call it, filtering something, I don't know. I'm lucky to get these things out. That's all the information, how everything started. But that's where we all came from. That's what the actual frequencies are from the original first being. Incredibly powerful, very strong. But the source running around, this family source that comes from Lily and Arae, it's pieces of Lily, pieces of Arae, and then pieces of Lily and Arae got together out of body. When the 3rd wave of souls was 80% released, they released their own flow of energy and parts of themselves. And that's what you're going to find on the spiritualfoundation.com. If someone is not source, and they get on there, because there's really some really cool people who aren't, you know, so there's a lot. I mean, being source does not make you cool. Being source can make a lot of people jerks, okay? You'll never find them on there. This is about good people, but if they're not source, then, you know, we won't say who they are. I mean, what field of energy they are. Well, just mention that so people understand that. And that's not to go against anyone. Some of the most beautiful, beautiful beings I know are souls. And they have a lot of beautiful heart. I don't know what's more precious than that. So anyway, but the thing is, they are powerful. You really need to be source to get cranked up. Okay? I mean, to crank someone up, you need to be source. Either that or you got to have so much of it in you, and then have the help from source in the field to help you get there. Okay. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this upcoming video here in just a minute, I'll have to stop and then cook it up again here in just a minute. I got to turn everything around, fix cameras, and I got to finish taking care of Captain Herky here first and the animals outside. But you know, that's the nice thing about video. You turn it off, click it back on, and you didn't lose any time. But I'm going to show you what happened. We're going to see that, and I'm not just going to tell you what happened just because I saw it. Whoopie-doo. I'm going to literally use it as a teaching experience to help you do this yourself. I'm not just going to tell you what it is and then let's look at it and see how we got there. I'm going to push you. I'm going to make you literally go in there, see it, feel it. Okay? So if somebody just wants to watch something, get some information and click to the next thing, don't even bother, because you're not it's going to take too long. Either that or get ready to, you know, jump forward, back and forth a lot. I'm not doing this to frustrate you. I'm doing this to teach others, the people who want to learn to see it for themselves. And those of you that are jumping quick back and forth, I got an idea. Maybe take the time and listen to the whole thing and develop this for yourself so you don't have to click around as much. When you have the ability to relax and flow into something, just relax, go in there, you're going to find it. So instead of looking for the truth, you're going to find your own truth right away. I don't know, folks. Makes sense to me. I'm going to help you feel into it. You have to relax, let go of any desire. Don't get excited. I want it to be Palladian. No, it's probably this, that. You know, it's the Anunnaki. They're from green men from Mars that eat whatever, purple worms. Relax and feel it. Learn. Everyone's a little different. Remember, everyone's a different collection of various different frequencies. Learn how to apply yourself and realize it's going to be a little different how you do it, but just you see it, you open yourself up, and then you find it. Folks, I've proven to you you can go back in time to see something. This happened 3 years ago. So what? I don't care if it happened 5 billion years ago. You can still go back in time and see it. It's a lot easier, I think, after 3 years. Proof of point. Okay, not everyone can feel stone energy, but you can after time. This is a piece of some very strong stick selenite. Okay? In case anyone thinks my energy is going into it, I'm touching it anyway, and my energy's all over the place, but here it is, right here, stick selenite. Just relax. Calm down, take a nice, relaxing, full breath. Take a few of them. And then feel the stone. Reach out to this stone and feel it. Okay, if you want to do it longer, just go back and pause it. I don't want to make this thing too long. I always spend a lot of length on these things anyway. A lot of time. Length is long is what I was trying to say. Anyway, those of you that can feel stone can reach out and feel that. Now, you don't actually go through the camera, but you do go through everything, and you go through the field, which is everywhere. So it goes through the camera, but it goes through everything else too. Your energy came over here to reach that stick of selenite and feel it, and then you go back. So you're not here with me. You're over there at your place or wherever you're at. So you went through a long distance, especially those of you. Place I'd love to be again is down in Australia. Man, I miss that place. Miss everywhere. Anyway, y'all went halfway around the world. Feeling that. Now, guess what else? You went through time. You're not here now. You're not at home when I'm doing this, watching this live. You went through time to feel it. Okay? So you can easily use that same now understood thought process. Folks, you going through time and space to feel that? That's a fact. You just went through time. Time travel, you do it all the time. Just over 2/3 of the time you got to remember something, you're going through time to look at it again. People say it best. People have the best memories when they have, as a rule, when they have strong scanner energy. Usually strongest with the solar plexus, folks. When the solar plexus energy field is your core orientation. So before we start this, I want you to understand you can do this. Okay? When you see something and feel it, you see an image, okay, good. Go to the image. Just relax and do nothing. Just relax. And then you see something. There's a beam of light that hits a truck. So then you relax. Go to the beam. And just feel above the beam. Hey, if there's a baseball bat up there, if there's a basketball, if there's a picnic table, that's what's there. Now, what you have is an image. That does not mean there's a baseball bat or a picnic table actually in the air, but it would mean something. It's trying to understand the picture. And you're not going to say anything like that. I'm being ridiculous because I'm trying to bring out the thought process of is whatever you see the image, okay? And because we're going to go one image at a time. We're going to go one process at a time. I've done this with Deanna and Siobhan. I'm having problems this morning, folks. Siobhan is really strong too, and so is Deanna. And Siobhan was getting right away. She went right to the end result of the whole picture. Well, she's different. She's one of the first focal points of Lily. She's a powerhouse. Deanna's strong too, folks. Don't ever doubt that. So anyway, we're going to see the image, and then we're going to work with that. Okay, I'm going to help teach you how to use your abilities to see what's going on, to get the truth of what's happening here. Folks, they're coming in here, okay? They're here, but they're going to be landing. Okay? You're going to see them. This is real. So are you, so are they. So don't worry about getting everything perfect right and everything. You're learning how to do this. How the hell did your greatest mathematicians throughout history and alive today, you think they don't have erasers? Because they've made mistakes learning? Hell yes. And once they learn, they still make mistakes, just not as many. What about an artist? What good artist doesn't have an eraser? Hello? So if you can allow yourself and others to make mistakes doing something physical, why would you ever have an issue with yourself learning how to, making mistakes? What happens when you make a mistake? You learn how to do something better. That's progress. So why would you have an issue, learning how to do things better while you're doing something metaphysical that you can't even see with your physical eyes? It's 10 times harder, but it's a natural thing. You can do it. Think about it. That's a big gap right there. And you know who's inside that gap? All the assholes that want to tell you that that's not real, that you're not real, that you can't do that. God wouldn't let it happen. Yeah, right. Screw y'all. Screw all of them, Y'all can do this, man. The more you do it, the more you realize that when you see a picture, when we do this, you see a picture. If it doesn't fit what I'm telling you, I know exactly what happened, okay? But if it doesn't quite fit what I told you, you don't say, oh, I'm wrong, I made a mistake. You take the moment, look into how you were perceiving it, and then learn how to understand for yourself why you saw that way. When you see something and you're using your metaphysical abilities, and except for those of you that are really strong in a scanner, you're seeing things on a whole different plane. It's not like you're looking through the window. Now, people who are really strong scanner, like Burju, you know, for her, it's like that most of the time. Now her scanner's stronger. It's been made stronger so that she can see more powerfully, multidimensionally, but she's always had a strong pineal anyway. So sometimes that throws things off. But folks, that's how we see. Don't worry about getting the color of someone's hair right or something like that. We have images in our head that we've collected in our lives by just in this life right here, by things we've been exposed to. Those are the images we need to use to understand things that are metaphysical. It's like seeing energy, seeing your spirit guides. They don't have bodies. They don't have bodies. They're spirit. They're sentient energy. They're free form. They're energy. You can't see it with physical eyes. I love you, Herky. So you have to have something to relate to with to build your own quote-unquote language for yourself to see. So as you're looking at something and then trying to understand what you're seeing and everything, you're building your own language. You're focusing the imagery process, like hieroglyphics. You know, you're coming alive. You're learning how to use your abilities, and then they sharpen and get stronger. You have to learn how to do this, folks. This isn't 1 + 1 = 2. Okay? Do this, and do it again, and do it on different things. And don't worry, you're going to learn how to trust yourself. But you have to, these idiots, you have to let them go. The crap that you've been told all your life. One of the last videos I just put out, it was the last video put out, it's called Guilty. You're guilty. No, you're not. You're not guilty of nothing unless you hurt someone. You're learning. So long as you're not trying to get over on someone to hurt them, to be abusive in any way whatsoever, then you're learning. So anyway, that's the thought process that you need to have in your mind to get the most out of what we're going to do here in just a second. Folks, they're here. They're coming in large numbers. The biggest problem we have right now is that as this occurs and you meet the new folks, is the things here on the planet causing issues with their little, starcraft. Corey Good calls them shuttles or something like that. They're used as a shuttle. So this is to help all y'all when everything starts happening, so you know the truth and nobody can make you freak out. There's a good chance, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a good chance that there's going to be some attacks made on us. I'll be out of this body, but on the physical world here, in this country, where they might get buildings might get attacked by some of the U.S. government Tier 3s and 4s, that kind of thing, by their own starcraft, spacecraft. So when that happens, I want as many of you to be as awake and strong as possible, so that you can look at this for yourself when it happens, and know for yourself what happened, not what the media says. The media will be trying to drive you all crazy. They're going to keep you all freaked out. That's their job. So I'm not in the media for a couple good reasons. Okay, they're aware of me. Trust me. The thing is, all of you can do this. The thing is, the time's coming up now. And the last thing is, I'm running out of time to do what I can, and I'm trying like hell to do everything I can. I want all of you to be all of what you are. I want all of you to come alive as strong as you can. I want all of you to move forward, to literally bring in this new age. to become what's coming anyway. Y'all are leaders. I won't be here. I'll be gone. I'll be taking care of stuff. Trust me. Or don't trust me. Wait and see for yourself. That's how we build trust. So, anyway, folks, look. Let's get into the video part of it. This will be fun, and just relax. Don't think you're wrong. You're not wrong. Everyone makes what we call mistakes. The word mistake, it's like a horrific thing that's used to beat you up. It's progress. We need to release that and start thinking about making corrections to what we're already doing. Improving upon ourselves is what it is. It's learning, improving, to move forward, to progress into who we really are. Okay? When you look at something and it's off a little bit, cool, no problem. Just relax, don't get upset. Because as soon as you get upset, you bring a conscious mind back in. You don't want to do that. You have to release that. Just relax, flow into it, and try and understand what you're seeing. You're going to be changing the imagery and everything else that you use to see things. You're teaching yourself. You all the professors don't even know it. All right, folks, let's get started. Okay there, folks. Now, this is on YouTube. It says, amazing UFO attacks a truck in Germany and flies into a tunnel. Let that be someone else's words, because that's what it is. Remember, you're about to find out. You're going to start finding out, learning how to find out for yourself. You're going to start finding out for yourself. That's what matters. Take input from other people, but go with what feels right with you. If you don't, you'll always be trying to live someone else's life, and you're not here for that. Okay, now this was taken, this right here, when this goes away, this is a camera, highway camera, CCTV, closed circuit television, this vehicle on the whatever, some German highway. Excuse me. And this truck right here is going to go down the road, and watch what happens when it does. Okay, now there's a beam of light that's coming out, and you can tell. Watch where it comes in. I can't go slow-mo, but watch it come in. It comes in from the top going down, and the truck actually turns around. Once again, watch the beam come in. This truck gets turned around in the air. Okay, let's just look at this for a moment and see what we have. It's obvious, excuse me, that something came in and moved this truck. There's a light beam that came in, hits the truck, and it moves. So let's go back to that light coming down just for a second. Okay, this is just the information from the CCTV recording in Germany. Look at that light. You see the truck that was moving. A light hits the truck. Relax. Take some normal but full breaths. Now take yourself, who you are, extend it outwards to that event and go into that light. Just go look at that light. Extend yourself into it and go straight up. And where do you see yourself going? Something created a rather wide beam of light. Don't worry about what it was, just go into it. Go up to it and in it. Remember, you're huge as spirit, sentient energy, and you're freeing a large part of yourself to go in there and go up and around that light and see what you're looking at when you go up to where it came, to its source, wherever it came from. And tell me what you see, or just know for yourself what you see. I'm going to tell you what I see right now, but I'm going to give you a second to pause it if you want to come back later to look at it. I mean, to listen to me tell you what it is. But it gives you time to pause and look at it some more and feel it. So now, as I go into, I'm going to tell you what it is now. As I go into that beam, I literally go straight up. I see some type of circular device with, I don't know if it's glass or something shiny up there. It's something nice. And then I look beyond that, and I see a very, very smooth material, almost gray-like. And it's very smooth. It's not perfectly flat. It's just, it's almost wavy, but it's just the way it moves. It's a smooth contour, but it's not straight. And then I relax. I come back around, and I literally float up above it. And then I look at what take a better look at what I'm actually looking at. Now I'm going to pause for a minute. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. So if you're not ready yet, just put it on pause. As I look at it, I do see a triangular vehicle. It's one of the TR3, TR4s. Okay? It's a newer, bigger design, but that's what it is. It's like a tier 3 or 4, but it's bigger, stronger. It has a slightly different design to it. Okay, now we see the beam hitting the truck. We've gone up to and into the beam and saw where it was and what the vehicle basically looks like. Now, relax. Take a couple more relaxed breaths. You got plenty of time. Now, go into that vehicle. Go inside, and what do you see? Is there life inside there? Is this like a robot machine? Something flying on its own? Is there life in there? Look for spirit, not just energy. You're looking for spirit, something that's alive, sentient energy. So look in it and see if there's any person or people in there. Now's the time to pause if you want to wait more. Okay, now I go in there and I actually see, so we're looking craft inside. It's hard for me to focus on that, but what I can focus on is two individual beings, both male. The one on the left they're both male. The one on the left is a little older than the one on the right. And then I'll look around to the rest of inside the rest of the vehicle. I see no one else. Wait a minute. There's no one else in the cockpit. There's a third person farther on back in the vehicle. There's a total of 3 life forms in there. His life form is harder to read. It's male, has a lot of compassion. I see the pink aura coming off of him. And he's building up his energy a little bit, so it looks a little blacker. It's fortitude, building up strength to do what he's doing. They have some kind of shielding and stuff in there, some energy that makes it harder to read his signature. And it is some type of energy field that they wanted to do something that's there for a reason. We'll just leave that there now. Okay, so what we have so far, we have a beam of light. Okay. The beam of light goes up here, it comes from a vehicle that's got a total of 3 people in it, 2 in the cockpit and 1 a little farther back in it. What's the feeling you get from the 2 people in the cockpit? Okay, now that's pause time. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you. The person on the left, I'm seeing, overseeing, navigating, watching everything very carefully. The gentleman on the right has got, they both can fly the vehicle, but he's also more concerned about the controls for what he's doing. And then they want to, I get the word return, because they're trying to return something to something. And then I look at the gentleman in the back, and I can go into his head and everything. You can't do that, but what you can do is go into his heart and feel him. Remember, the heart has some of the major thoughts and some of the major emotions. It pulls it together, creates a feeling. So the heart has grabs information and emotion, creates a feeling. It sends out everywhere. So within that feeling, when people are really empathic, you are getting some of the person's thoughts. You're getting the ones that are most prevalent at the time, and isn't that what you want anyway? So use your heart. Open up your heart and reach into that. Reach into all 3 of them, one at a time, or together, whatever you want to do. But it's easier one at a time. And then you go into the guy that's in the back now, the back part section of the shaft. What's he doing? How does he feel? What do you feel coming from him? What's going through his heart? You know. All right, now's a good time to pause, because here comes the answer. He's a little bit concerned, not nervous, but borderline towards that. He wants to make sure he gets this right. They're going to literally, he has a job to perform. Let me back up a little bit. He has a job to perform, and he's concerned. He wants to be accurate and do it right and make sure he gets this correct, because it's important. Okay, now let's go back here and let's take a look again. Here we go. Here's where the beam had just hit the truck. Let's see what happens again. You see how the truck went up in the air? See if I can get it when the truck's actually up in the air. Nope. I'll try to stop it on better. See that truck turn like that? He went up and then finally went down again. Now, what was it about that beam that made this truck go up or down? Just relax. Again, emanate yourself, most of yourself. Well, some of you is always going to stay with the body. Okay, you can't come out, otherwise the body literally, you're gone, you can't go back in there. But that's not going to happen. That's only going to happen when the body dies. So if you relax and extend yourself out into back in time to Germany, just go there, look at that, feel. Don't think about it. Feel what's going on there. That beam literally lifted the truck up and turned it. What was going on? This truck is sideways now. Did they want to destroy it? No. Were they trying to take it and suck it up into the craft? No. Well, if they were, they weren't very smart. They didn't prepare. And these are vehicles that fly with, these are very high-tech vehicles. Okay, the people working with them, they understand, they're pretty smart. They know whether or not they could take that and bring it up there. So what was going on? When I went up to the ship earlier, I looked at it, I got something about return and then retrieval. Now, let me get back just a second here. All right, now, that's the truck that I happened to. Before, you're looking over here and the truck was over here. Now, this is reverse. You're on the other side. You would have been over here before looking this way. So that it's turned around. So now we're looking at the side of the truck. That's a nice truck. Conscious mind. That's a nice truck. Looks pretty nice. It's not damaged. So what was going on? What was going on? Why did this happen? Now to do that, you can feel it. You can go through your crown right into the field. There's information out there waiting for you to touch it and feel it. Something's going on. So, I would have to say that it wasn't so much as an attack, but that word retrieval really stands in there well. Somebody wanted something about that truck and they didn't want the truck. So there was something inside that truck that they wanted. Looking at the truck here with little stripes and everything, it's nice shape, but it's plain but nice stripes, no name markings. This was something that was made to look like a nice vehicle, but at the same time they didn't want any attachment to any company, to anything. So it sticks out as being pretty by the design, but it's still a very quiet shadow vehicle. So let's do something right now. It's hard to know when to just take some information in front of you and go into it, and then to go ahead and keep moving. But do this. Let's do one last thing before we leave this. Let's go back a little bit. Now, follow the light up into the ship, or step back and look at the ship producing the light, because we've already gone up in there. Look at the people in the ship. Are they humanoid? Are they human? Are they reptilian? Are they frog-like? Just relax. Don't jump to, it must be this because I hear more about this. They're the bad guys. It must be the bad guys, because usually who you're being told the bad guys, or it's totally different. So just open your mind, open your heart, and feel. Those of you that are more solar plexus, relax and reach into it. Open up your head and just flow in there. Now, are they human? Human as in from this planet or something else? Okay, this is pause time if you want to wait, because here comes the answer. Okay, yes, they are human. Now we want to know from where. Who are these people? What's their attachment to the planet? What's going on here? Relax again. Keep yourself calm. You're not looking to make a direct answer. You're relaxing to open up to see what comes so you can reach a decision for yourself. So you relax, go up in a ship, and they're humanoid. What countries do they come from? What countries can you see attached to that vehicle? Maybe the people that are in it, maybe the people that are behind it. Feel into the vehicle, feel its origins, feel who's behind this incident. What countries are involved in this in making this incident happen? What countries brought about this occurrence? As far as related to the ship and the beam coming down on the truck. All right, here's a good time to pause because now we're going to talk about it. I look at the ship. I see United States. I see Germany. I see France, and I see the United Kingdom big time. Those are 4 countries involved with that aircraft and it being there, or spacecraft. Now you can go further and look at the DNA nomination, the denomination, whatever, not the denomination, the country of origin of all the origination, the origin of the different bodies in there and stuff. We're going to do that. That's fine. Enjoy that. We're going to leave that book open though. Okay. Now, so we have 3 male individuals in a spaceship, starship, that's relative to U.S. and Great Britain, and Germany and France are in there too. And it shoots this beam of light at this truck to turn it around. And I already had the feeling of return in there. So what's going on? So anyway, turn the volume back off as soon as I find it. So that's kind of interesting. I got return retrieval. Something was in that truck that they wanted back. Something was in that truck that they wanted back. Plus, well, we're going to go back to that in a minute. And well, no, let's go ahead and do it now. Right here, when you if you listen to this, in English, that's too bad. I got that shadow going on. See if I can decrease that shadow. Nope. Anyway, if you could listen, when you listen to the people in English, you're going to find out that there was some kind of silver liquid found. That's just not normal. Okay? Now, there's a silver liquid there that's not normal. This is something going on with a starcraft or spacecraft of some sort. That has to do with the different governments here on the Earth, but specifically United States, Great Britain, Germany, and France, and their involvement. I see their involvement in that order. The United States and Great Britain, it's the two the same. U.S. had more money in this, but whatever. So, retrieval. They were trying to get something back out of that truck. And return or retrieval, that means it was theirs. And they were trying to get it back. Okay, now we're going to go forward. Now, okay, look at this. Here's some kind of car that didn't show up as good as the other one that went through it. Here, watch. Watch the first car go. See that car? You can see that pretty clearly, or truck, whatever. You can see it pretty clearly. Now watch this next one come up. Now it's going a little faster, but you couldn't hardly see it. That is going faster, which would make it a little harder to see, but there's something about it that's not normal. Or how do you feel? Take a moment, go into this, and feel it. What does it feel like? It's a machine, so there's energy but no spirit, sentient energy. But do you feel sentient energy in there somewhere? Time to pause, just relax and feel it. Well, it would make sense that there's someone in there driving it. But you have to relax and feel it. And I feel someone driving it. Now, the orb thing that made this rectangular looking light. See that thing go? Look at that thing. Here's the regular lights that are in a tunnel. You know, they put out some light because people got to see. But this thing's bright. And it's trying to follow that thing. Let's watch it again. Oh, they're focused on it now. Watch it follow it in there. Okay. Now that light that went in there. See if we can get it back. There's that light right there. Get it back in. See if I can catch that thing a little better. Be nice if I knew. There it is. Look at that. What do you get? What is that? It looks cubical in shape. It's putting out some nice light. Now some of the beaming and stuff you see, the beams coming out, a lot of that can be part of the glass around the cameras, the way it's set up and everything. But it's a definite thing is it is emitting light. Now, if that's big enough to put a person in, I'm guessing they're pretty damn small. That's a conscious mind working. But for all you know, there could be a different life form in there you don't know. So just release any kind of desire or thought concept of what you're going to see. Just relax. You have to remove yourself from anything other than your personal spirit flowing, and just flow right into it. What do you feel? Go ahead and pause because I'm going to talk in a minute about this in a second. I go in and I see it, I feel it, I see all kind of things moving around, and there are all different kinds of energy being produced within it. And there's absolutely zero life force in there. Energy, yes. Spiritual energy, nothing. Spirit, sentient energy, nothing. It's some type of remote controlled or self-controlled. It's like a remote sensor, remote being that it's not attached to something. They fly around all the time. I've actually seen them feet away from me. But that's a big one. I see the smaller ones and they don't look square-like. So, and here it goes again. There it goes following that guy. What the heck? This thing like a car is going down here, and then this funny looking sensor thing goes right after it. Here you go. Let's watch it again. See? It goes right after it. I mean, what's the feeling you get behind that? Is that thing trying to protect it? Is it made to catch up and attach to it? Is it made to destroy it? Is it made to put an energy field around it? What's going on? We don't know. So now that we've looked at it, our conscious mind does its thing. Now let loose. Now let loose. Open your mind. Take a few good breaths. And just flow out there. Go to the situation and feel. Feel. See with your pineal, see with your scanner, see through your crown, feel with your heart, and trust your gut. This is a big one for the gut. What does your gut tell you? Is this thing pursuing it because it needs to get a hold of it, catch up to it, or keep tabs on it? Reach out and feel. Okay, pause time. Okay, now that orb thing is following it, trying to catch up with it, but more than that, trying to keep a tab on it. Now, we'll go back to the vehicle. See if I can catch the actual there. Go back to this vehicle. Now we know it's going a little faster. That's just kind of taken for granted. You can tell by the speed of the other vehicle when it was traveling. So that would make it a little blurrier, but not that much, because these cameras can catch these cars going pretty darn fast. Like, hello, they're made to keep an eye on the traffic. But feel into this thing. Apparently it's special for some reason. Someone's interested in it, and whoever's interested in it is not Ford or Chevy, okay? It's not Porsche. Someone's interested in that vehicle. That probe and the interest in that vehicle, where does that go back to? Follow the country, go back, flow into that situation, and feel. Who owns that probe? Who sent that probe? Okay, I'm going to cut out now. Just pause for a minute. Now, the ownership and or responsibility with this probe and the function that's serving right now, the situation itself, there's United States, England, France, and Germany. And I have a little stronger of a feeling about France being kind of involved with this a little bit more. I think they're a little closer to the scanner than, or whatever you sensor type device than the others. Okay, so now what about this vehicle? What feels different about that? Or does nothing feel different about it? Whatever it is, it's special. It's got something going after it. That's our conscious mind telling us. But what? Now, but you don't try to deduct anything. Before you try to deduce anything with your conscious mind, just let it go. Just let it float like a balloon on a 20-foot tether, on a 20-foot cord. Just let it go. Now, relax yourself, emanate yourself from your body, and just flow into this vehicle. Float around it. What do you get? What do you feel? There's a life force in there driving. Something's different about that vehicle. All right, we'll pause for a second. Okay, now let's talk about what's different about that vehicle. Well, before we do, feel the energy of that vehicle. Feel the energy involved in it. The actual energy. It's not the sentiency. It's not the spirit, sentient energy. Feel the actual energies within that vehicle. Is there something out of place when you're looking at a regular car? All right, pause time. Okay, when you look at that and feel it, when you can see auras and stuff, you just relax and you can go in there and feel it, and you know there's something different about it. There's different energies in there. That's not normal for a car. And I see things, when I look at it and I see it, I actually see it getting a little fuzzy in there. The reason why? It's an energy shift. It's like when I saw the huge Drak mothership come here. And then when I saw it before it went into camouflage mode. I saw this weird energy going through it, and it's the weirdest thing in the world. And it took me, I saw that, and I did my video and stuff, and then later on I go back and look at it again so I could finish that. And I saw the ship separating into big parts. And that's part of what all that energy was about. I was seeing the energy camouflage at first, and then I was actually seeing it break apart. There's one incredibly huge ship and 6 smaller parts, and that are still ridiculously huge. And then there's a bunch of other small parts. It's literally an invasion force, but it's, talk about tactical. No one is as tactical as the Drak. But anyway, back here. This thing, I can feel that the energy in it, it's phasing out. It's literally phasing out. Now, there it is as it goes through. Okay, just about at the end. I don't think they're going to say anything else here. I've seen it a few times. I can't remember. I have to keep playing it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, well, look. Let's see. Let me get this just a little bit further. All right, anyway. Come on. Let's get something better and clearer than that. Thank you. So anyway, what was in the truck that they wanted? What was that vehicle that an incredibly high-tech device was pursuing? Now, look at that. What looked like a car driving that the sensor was going after. Look at it. Look at it. Feel it. Open up. You can see this through your crown, just going straight up into the field. Is everywhere. The field actually goes through you. I don't like saying that, but it does. I don't want anyone to think the wrong thing or freak out, but the field is everywhere. Okay, that's why when you want to go astral project to go somewhere, the field builds up energy, not just outside. It does it inside you and helps you, or stops you if it wants to. But that's what the field is. You can reach out. The field is different now than it's ever been before. Just relax, open up, go into the field, and then while you're in the field, use all your abilities together. Feel, see, get your kind of yes/no feeling of the gut intuition. Extend yourself into the field through your crown. Go out into the field, relax. Then while you're in the field, take a look at that vehicle. That's something like a car. What countries are attached to that car? All right, pause time. Okay, the answer: United States, France, Germany. Actually, there's something in there about Italy. So, anyways, the other 4 plus Italy. The United States has a big play in that thing. A serious involvement in that vehicle. Now, I want you to relax. We saw the vehicle, weird-looking vehicle with funny energy go into that tunnel, and then the other sensor going after it. Relax. Go back in time. Go right there to that moment and follow them. As energy, follow behind the light in the vehicle and go through the whole tunnel. What do you see? What happens to the light in the vehicle? I'm going to pause. Okay, now you follow them through. The sensor stays there. And then that vehicle finishes fading away. It's gone. It goes subdimensional. And then a sensor literally disappears, but the sensor beams itself back to the ship. I could have, pushed that further. Where the sensor beam itself to? They have their own beaming equipment in there. High-tech sensors. So anyway, it's an interesting scenario. Now, look at the driver of that vehicle. Here, let's move it again. Look at the driver of that vehicle. There's that special vehicle. Look into the driver, feel him. Feel his heart energy, his feelings. What do you feel? Where is he from? Just don't go with too many things at one time. Just feel into him, okay? And what do you feel? Reach out with your heart energy and put it into his heart energy that's coming out everywhere. What do you feel? Okay, pause time. Okay, what he's feeling is some anxiety, but not a lot. It's more like adrenaline pumping, and he's very seriously intent on getting that vehicle gone, on removing it from that area. And the feeling I get behind him at that moment is very, very similar to the feeling I get when you have a fighter pilot on these real fast jets when they're flying around. It's a serious adrenaline pumping up a bit, and then I'm seeing them literally go in there and mess with some controls. Now, it does go subdimensional. But look at the guy, look at what's going on. Look at that vehicle again, open up and flow into the field, and then look at it through the field. What countries are involved with the gentleman and the truck? With the gentleman driving that vehicle. What country or countries are related to the driver of the vehicle who's leaving with this thing, trying to get away? All right, pause time. Okay, the answer, it's Russia and Sweden. They're taking the vehicle. And the truck, I'll just tell you point blank. Well, let's look at what involvement the truck has with this. Pause time. Okay, answer. The truck's where the vehicle was. And the fluid that was inside there, that silver fluid that was found, what was that relative to? Okay, pause time. Okay, turn back on time. That was relative to the vehicle. I'm seeing it in separate containers. So now, how did that vehicle leave the truck? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and talk now. I didn't say pause, I'm going to go ahead and talk now. Did that vehicle go interdimensional? Did it, if it didn't go interdimensional, maybe there's some way to magnetically lock it to the ground and then it came out, even though the truck was kind of almost sideways? It just transported itself out? Just relax. You've asked the questions. Now you have to set aside the questions. Don't worry about it. Don't think like a conscious mind. You can't do that. The conscious mind is not where your metaphysical abilities are. You have to let that go so you can use your metaphysical mind. I mean, relax. Maybe there's a pink bunny rabbit in there. The Energizer bunny rabbit was in there with Easter Bunny, and they, zoomed it out. Who cares? Forget about caring about it. Just relax. Go inside that truck. As that thing's going down the road, feel inside. See it being hit. And then see what you get. Alright, pause time. Alright, answer time. I'm seeing there's already a gentleman inside the truck. There's a gentleman driving the truck and a gentleman inside the car. And the gentleman in the car literally took this thing, and it's like it goes subdimensional. They had opened up the back of the truck to see if there's anything in it, and there's almost nothing in it. When it went subdimensional and the truck got thrown, something happened where the that silver fluid that was there, it's almost like mercury, but it wasn't, where it got loose and spilled. It was in a separate container in the truck. And if you see something a little different, fine. No problem with that. You might have picked up on something I didn't see. And the thing is, the most important thing about this whole thing is, number one, well, there's a few parts, okay. Number one, it's an exercise that you can use all the time and anything you see on everything you look at to develop your abilities. Okay, number two, by doing this and strengthening your abilities, you're not going to be fed the crap that the governments feed you. You'll have your own truth. You'll know things for yourself. And if later you find out it was a better way to look at it, a different way, good. That's happened to me plenty. The thing is, folks, to come alive, to get in there. And don't believe what your damn governments tell you, because until they get turned over and new ones built, and they're going to get rebuilt from the inside, folks. There's no big crazy crap thing going on. So, there's the truck again. Bam, light hits it, turns it around sideways. See the back of the truck? There's not anywhere for something to come out. So, once you feel what you're feeling, and you get the best feeling you have, then go back and look at it. But when you go to look at it metaphysically, you really need to release it. To release your conscious mind and just say, what am I seeing? And just be honest with yourself. And then you add that to your conscious mind, and you softly put together what you feel happened. So anyway, that's that. It's my black horse. So, yeah, there's my special lighting. Is that cool or what, huh? Such a mess. Anyway, folks, that's, here we go. There's Steve Lewandowski's line he gave me. Well, folks, that's it. I want you to be ready. I want you to be prepared. Creation is literally changing. I've been explaining why. Again, my 2 books. Creation, its beginning in your origin, and then creation, its journey evolving into paradise. Just go to thespiritualfoundation.com. You'll see it on there. Then you can go to Amazon.com, look under books, and then just put in my name, Essex, Jayessex. That's where y'all came from, man. That's what's really going on. So, and also talking with spirit guides, that really helps. They're there to help you. The animals too. I mean, animal spirit guides are incredible. The rune books, that stuff will really help you. Folks, look, I just want to help you every way I can, okay? This is all happening. It's, nothing to freak out about. The Earth isn't going to blow up. We're not going to be invaded and eaten by reptilians. That's happened a lot on this planet. Mayans, Aztec. There were some big feasts in history. Anyway, do what you want with this information, but I know a lot of you are here for a reason. You want to know, you want to understand, you want to grow. You will grow. You will continue to evolve. You're about to have powerful spirit on the other side backing you and not letting anything mess with you. It's time you had that, It's time it got fixed, and it's in the process of it. Folks, love you, man. Have a good one.